Hi everyone, and welcome to one of my very favorite lessons to teach. So let's go ahead and take a look at our focus. Our focus is to graph points of ordered pairs in the coordinate plane. And by the end of this lesson, you should be able to answer the question, how does an ordered pair locate a point in the coordinate plane? It's obviously going to be very important for us to establish a strong understanding of what a coordinate plane is and all of the different parts of that go into it. So a coordinate plane, take a look at this image. I'm sure that a lot of you have seen it before in geography and math, but it's a grid formed by the intersection of two number lines. So here we have our y-axis that goes straight up and down, and our x-axis that goes from left to right. When I was in school, I would always remember in the coordinate plane that the y-axis is always going up and down because y is going to the sky. That's how I told those two apart. Next, what we need to know is that an ordered pair gives the coordinates of a location of a point. Now, the x-coordinate, so it's our first coordinate in our ordered pair, tells the number of units a point is from the origin on the x-coordinate, so moving left or right, depending on if it's positive or negative. And then from there, we go from our y-coordinate, which tells us the number of vertical units a point is from the origin. So we're either going up or down, depending on if it's positive or negative as well. And we're going to use that information to plot ordered pairs in the coordinate plane. But let's go ahead and take a look at the parts of the coordinate plane. We obviously know that our x-axis is the vertical number line. Our y-axis is our vertical number line, and our x-axis is our horizontal number line. And that the coordinate plane is segmented into 4 different quadrants. Here we have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, 3, and 4. And it's important to know that O indicates the origin where the axes intersect. So let's go ahead and take a look at what it's going to be like to plot points in the coordinate plane. First, I want to make sure that we have a strong understanding of what the quadrants are. Quadrant 1, our ordered pairs are always going to be positive. Our x and our y values are always going to be positive. We're moving to the right in our positive numbers and moving up to positive numbers. In quadrant 2, our x-axis, which is our horizontal axis, is going to be negative because we're moving to the left into this quadrant, and then we're moving up. So the ordered pairs of quadrant 2 are going to be x is going to be negative and y is going to be positive. In quadrant number 3, we're moving to the left on our x-axis, so it's going to be negative value, and then we're moving down, which is also negative. So both of those values are going to be negative. And in quadrant 4, our x-axis we're moving to the right, so it's positive, and then we're moving down, which would be a negative value for our y-axis. Let's go ahead and plot some ordered pairs. Here we're asked to identify the x and y-axis and then to graph. Our x-axis is -4, so starting from the origin, we're moving 4 units to the left, right here. So I'm actually going to use a different tool to do this. We're moving to the left 4 units, and then our y-axis is a +2, so we're moving up 2 units. So then we would plot our point. I'm going to use purple to be right here on our coordinate plane. So plot -4, +2. And that is in quadrant 2. A negative x coordinate and a positive y coordinate. Let's take a look at another one. We're asked to identify x and y-axis and graph. Here we have a 4 is our x-axis, so either moving left or right, and since our x coordinate is positive, we're moving from the origin 4 units to the right and 5 units up for our x-axis. And then we go ahead and plot that point as well as the ordered pair for 5, and that is in quadrant 1. Both of our values are of a positive value. Now we're going to switch the rules and we're going to name the coordinates of these points. So on the right hand side, I'm going to change my color here. And on the right hand side, I'm going to label A, B, C, D, and E. These are all of our points. And we're going to provide the coordinates, the ordered pairs, for all of those points. So if we're looking at point A, from the origin we have to move 4 units to the left, so -4, and then from there we need to move 2 units down, -2. I'm going to do point B with you guys as well. So starting at the origin, we're not moving left or right, so our x-coordinate is going to stay as 0, and then we need to move down from our origin 3 units, -3, as our y-coordinate. I want you guys to pause this video and go ahead and figure out what the coordinates for C, D, and E are. What are those ordered pairs? I'll give you some time to do that. I really hope that you guys are pausing this video. And we're going to double check your answers. So C, we're moving to the right from our origin, 2 units to the right, 2 units up. So 2 is our x-coordinate and 2 is our y-coordinate. For point D, from our origin, we're moving 2 units to the left and 5 units up. So -2, +5. So go ahead and double check your ordered pair for that. And then for point E, we're moving to the right 4 units and down 4 units. -4, +4. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and review. We talked about all the parts of the coordinate plane. We talked about ordered pairs, origin, everything like that. And you should be able to answer this question: how does an ordered pair locate a point on the coordinate plane? Please answer the questions below. If you have any questions for me specifically on this lesson about graphing in the coordinate plane, please don't hesitate to let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in class.